If you've just won the lottery, inherited a large sum of cash, or just happen to be a millionaire, then you're here in the right place at the right time. We've got some amazing motors for you today, real luxury, the kind of cars that you can only dream of. On today's Top 10 show, we're going to expose to you the most expensive cars in production. We'll rank the sports cars and reveal some seriously impressive toys. What's astounding is that some of these cars are more expensive than your typical 4-bedroomed house. Ferrari and Porsche, the eternal rivals. It looks like the red of Maranello is ahead this time, and by a small margin of a mere €110,000. So, what do you get for your money? Surely there can't be that much more technology. Is the performance so superior? Is it that exclusive? The truth is that many Ferrari fans would gladly pay more than €660,000 to pay homage to their idol. The Enzo Ferrari is a tribute to the company founder. This model was built in 2002, 14 years after his death, and it managed to break some of Ferrari's most renowned rules. Ferrari's Enzo Ferrari is Formula One disguised in street clothes, a thoroughbred race car named after the company founder himself, and not without good reason.
Yes, I can see you.
Only the best can bear the boss's name. This 660 horsepower monstrosity was built from 2002 to 2004, where only 400 cars were destined for the most affluent of clients. Not everyone is allowed to drive a legend. Ferrari sought out the buyers for their super sports cars themselves. With a top speed of 350 kilometers per hour and an acceleration of 0 to 209.5 seconds. And so, with all the best qualities of what an expensive car should have, our Top 10 show awards Ferrari 5th place. Another legend has found its way into 4th place. It's an exceptional model which culminates the end of an era. Mercedes closed production of its SLR in mid-2009. Now they've managed to go one step further. The Mercedes SLR Stirling Moss is a rocket without a windscreen. It owes its name to the motorsports legend Sir Stirling Moss, who won the Mille Miglia in 1955 in an SLR 300. To honour him, not only did Mercedes put the original model of 2009 into the running of that race, but they also used the distinctive Stirling Moss model, with none other than Mika Hakkinen driving. If you're one of those people who enjoy a motorsport feeling, you'll have to part with a whopping €892,000. The SLR Stirling Moss could be the resurrected 300 SLR from 1955. The original and the 2010 model have a lot in common. Giant gills on the sides, no roof, no windscreen. New additions are noticeable, like the air intake on the bonnet and the humps behind the passengers, which act as a roll cage. The SLR Stirling Moss has slimmed down to a mere 1.5 tonnes with its carbon body. The 75 models of the limited edition, costing nearly €900,000 each, sold out before production even began. This was despite Mercedes' strict rules. Only those who already have an SLR may buy a Stirling Moss. The SLR Stirling Moss marks not only the end of a legendary sports car, it's also the end of cooperation between Mercedes and McLaren. 650 horsepower, 3.5 seconds from 0 to 100, and a top speed of 350 kilometers per hour. The SLR Stirling Moss, costing €900,000, takes 4th place in our top 10. Our legends haven't quite reached the podium yet. Our top 3 is full of surprises, the best of the best, the creme de la creme. Another bull from Lamborghini takes the bronze, the Reventon. This is for those of you who get goosebumps when you drive around bends. The performance is exquisite and the sheer power is unbelievable. If you fancy one, make sure you have a long talk with your financial advisor before attempting to buy one. This fine piece of work from Sant'Agata Bolognese is the first in this league to break the 1 million mark. A flat grey paint job, sharp edges and over 600 horsepower. The Reventon is the collector's piece from Lamborghini. The Italians allow their die-hard fans only 22 models. Alcantara, aluminium, carbon fibre. That's what a true fighting bull is made from. But no amount of praying or begging will help you get hold of one. They're all sold out. Only one model remains, and that's in the Lamborghini Museum in Italy. If you compare a Lamborghini with a tornado fighter, you'll see that it's not just a pretty face. There's more to this beast that meets the eye. With 650 horsepower, you'll struggle to find a more powerful car. A short race between the two, over just 1 kilometre, shows how powerful this sports car really is. From 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds and a top speed of 340 kilometers per hour. This makes it only 5 seconds slower than the Jet. I think that's enough to be awarded 3rd place in this top 10. An absolute classic has fought its way to 2nd place. This Brit was voted Best Concept Car in 2008. It went into production in 2010. The Aston Martin 177 is all about beauty, elegance, execution, and above all, exclusivity. 177, one of 77. That's what you can boast about once you've managed to get your little hands on one. But please note that there is one major barrier: the price. Punters will have to stump up a cool 1.3 million euros. James Bond would definitely get jealous at the sight of this beauty, and his Bond girls may just swoon. I know that I'm swooning right now. This super sports car doesn't come from Q's secret laboratory, and it doesn't have a rocket launcher or an invisible mode. The astronomical price is justified by exclusivity paired with colossal driving performance. A real race car feeling on the streets. Test drives in Spain have already revealed that this car has a place amongst the very best sports cars. And just for the record, it's also the fastest Aston Martin ever. Its 700 horsepower gives the 1.5-ton sports car a whopping speed of 355 kilometers per hour. If you're suddenly inspired to get one, take into account the first 10 cars are already sold. A sheikh from the Middle East is rumoured to have spent a total of $23 million. He wanted to keep one, and the others were meant as presents for his family. Before we get to first place, let's recap the first 9. Here are places 10 to 2. At a price of around 250,000 euros, the Lamborghini Murcielago takes 10th place. 9th place, costing 300,000 euros, goes to our gallant Brit, the Bentley Mulsanne. Rolls-Royce asks 120,000 euros more for its Phantom and reaches 8th place. A bill of 440,000 euros for the open-top version, the Cabrio takes 7th place. 6th place goes to sports car Porsche Carrera GT. You'll need around 450,000 euros for this one. 5th place goes to Ferrari. The Enzo costs a minimum of 660,000 euros. The The SLR Sterling Moss drives into 4th place at nearly €900,000. The Lamborghini Veyron is the first to break the 1 million barrier. The Aston Martin 177 cost €1.3 million. The Aston Martin 177 almost made it to the top of the podium. With a price tag of €1.3 million, it overtook the Bugatti Veyron. But they don't give up that easily. In 2008, Bugatti presented the Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport for the first time. A super sports car model with a removable roof. But that's not the only reason why this car is so incredibly exclusive. The Grand Sport is the fastest street-legal roadster. It's been available since 2009 for an incredible price of €1.7 million. Power, performance and confidence combined with charisma, perfection and elegance. That's how Bugatti describes its Veyron.
I need a dollar, that's what I need.
It's seen as the second fastest production car in the world. But that wasn't enough for Bugatti. They wanted to be back at the top and developed a new version of the Veyron.
And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
The newest member of our elite circle is the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport. It's the fastest production car in the world. It combines the creativity of the designers with the knowledge of the engineers without compromise.
Troublesome road, and I'm looking for somebody come and help me carry this load.
There's a 16-cylinder with 8 litres of displacement under the bonnet, waiting for the chance to show off her power. An unbelievable 1,001 horsepower generates a top speed of 407 kilometers per hour. The acceleration time to reach 100 kilometers per hour is less than 3 seconds, and the Roadster reaches 200 kilometers per hour in 7.3 seconds. Without a doubt, this car is going to cost quite a bit, so our study shows that the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport deserves every bit of its first place, and at €1.7 million, it's number 1 in our top 10.
Please, Mr. Bossman, I need this job.
This week's show now draws to an end with the most expensive sports cars on the planet. Join us next time, where we'll give you another rundown on a different kind of top 10. So until then, goodbye.